Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Muhammad Akmal bin Wan Osman. Today, I want to present about price elasticity of demand. The price elasticity of demand is divided into two, namely the inelastic demand price elasticity and the elastic demand price elasticity. Price elasticity of demand refers to the response to change in the quantity demand by consumer as a result of change in the price of goods. This is a formula for price elasticity of demand. Elastic demand equal percent change quantity demand divide percent change price demand. Okay. Formula number 2, quantity new minus quantity old and divide quantity old and then times 100 and you will get percent change quantity. And formula number 3, price new minus price old and divide price old and then times 100 and you will get percent change price. Okay, next, the elastic demand price elasticity. An elastic demand price elasticity has a demand price value of more than 1, so it will not get a value of less than 1 or negative. The percentage change in the quantity demand is greater than the percentage change in the price of the goods. This is graph for elastic demand price elasticity. The inelastic demand price elasticity. The inelastic demand price curve has a demand price elasticity value of less than 1. The percentage change in quantity demand is less than the percentage change in the price of goods. This is a graph for inelastic demand price elasticity. Apart from the elastic price elasticity of demand and the inelastic demand price, in economic there are also 3 other additional types of price elasticity of demand, namely A. Elastic unit, B. Perfect elastic, and C. Perfect inelastic. Okay. A. Elastic unit. The unitary elastic price demand elasticity is to have an elasticity value equal to 1. The percentage change in quantity demand is equal to the percentage change in price and hyperbolic curve, like this. Okay, next. B. Perfectly elastic. The perfect elastic price demand elasticity has an elasticity value is infinity and horizontally shaped curve. The price goes down, then the demand changes infinitely while the price goes up. Then the demand decreases to 0, like this. Last but not least is C. Perfectly inelastic. Perfect inelastic elasticity has an elasticity value of 0 and a vertically shaped curve. If the price change, then the quantity demand will not change, like this. Okay, and then that's all for me, and thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Farhan Adam bin Muhammad Edrin. Today I'm going to talk about income elasticity of demand. So the definition is the responsiveness of quantity demanded for a particular goods or service to a change in the income of the people demanding the goods. So that means we want to see how quantity demanded respond when people income change. So as we know from the previous topic, the price elasticity of demand is based on the price itself. But for this topic, the demand is based on income. But we can afford to increase our spending on different goods and services. This income elasticity of demand helps firms predict the effect of an economic cycle on sales or market. The income elasticity of demand can be positive or negative number. So let's see what is the formula to this income elasticity of demand. So the formula for calculating income elasticity of demand is percent change quantity demand divided by percent change in income. When the equation gives a positive result, the good is a normal good. A normal good is one where demand is directly proportional to income. More than one means positive. For example, when people's income goes up, they might be able to afford a larger or better vacations, and that will be a normal goods. That means the change in income does affect on quantity demanded of that goods. But when the equation is negative, the good is classified as inferior because the quotient is less than 1. Demand for the good does not respond significantly to a change in income means negative. For example, if people's income goes down, they still have to buy the goods to live, such as food and clothes, because that was the basic thing we need to live. So that means the change in income does not affect to a demanded quantity. So let's see the example. Suppose that when people's income increased by 20%, the change in demanded for bread, this is wrong. The change in demanded for branded watch is increased by 30%. So calculate the income elasticity of demand. So as we know, the formula is percent change in demand divided by percent change in income. The question says people income increased to 20% and the percent change in the quantity demand for brand watches is increased to 30%. So we take the number and put it as we see the formula. And we'll get positive 0.2%. So when the result is positive, that means it's normal goods. So what if income of people decreased to 20%? Then the result will be negative because branded watches are a normal goods. So there are 4 responses of income elasticity. The first one is in elastic income. As you can see at the slide, the graph should look like that. So if income rise, if the people income rise or fall, people still have to buy it. So as for example, food and clothes. So the next one is elastic income. As the income of the individual increase, they want to purchase expensive good. So when the people income increase, they of course want to buy more goods. So the third one is negative income. So if the quality is bad, therefore inelastic because customer don't buy the product at large quantity. The last one is quantity demanded, zero income. Quantity demanded for a commodity remains constant with any rise or fall of the consumer. So if customer income rise or fall, the demanded for quantity is remain zero because there are no demanded. So for example, sugar and salt. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Karikwat. Muhammad Izam. My ID number is MDB2011003. So today I will present you about cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand measure the percentage change in quantity demand for good after change in price for another. So this is the formula. So for example, if there is increase the price of tea by 10% and the quantity demand of coffee increased by 2%, then the cross elasticity of demand 2 per 10 equal to 0.2. So substitute good will have positive cross elasticity of demand. Complements will have a negative cross elasticity of demand. Unrelated good will have cross elasticity of demand of 0. The price of Apple has no effect on demand for Apple computer. This is example of the graph. As you can see, substitute good and XED. So explanation of XED, for example, tea and coffee, change in Q and D like this, 5% change in price, 35%. weak substitute like tea and coffee, we have low cross elasticity of demand. If the price of tea increase, it will encourage some people to switch to coffee, but for some people, most people, the reverse for particular drink is more important than small difference in price. For two alternative brand, for example Starbucks coffee or Costa Coffee, they good a closer substitute as the difference is much small. If the price of Costa Coffee increase, more consumer will have will switch to alternative brands such as Starbucks with cost substitute. The SSD will be higher. The aim for advertising to increase the brand loyalty to make consumer less willing to switch another brand even if price is raised. So this is complementary good and SSD. These are good which are used together. The first cross elasticity of demand is negative. If the price of none goes up, you will buy less both good. As you can see, weak complement tea and milk. Strong complement Android phone apps. So if the price increase, there will only be a very small fall in demand of milk. It will have a negative cross elastic of demand, but it will be a low figure rate. However, for two good like Android phone and Android apps, there is stronger relationship. If the price of Android phone increase, this will reduce the demand of Android phone, and therefore there will be less demand of Android apps. So as you can see, using a notch of cross-elastic demand substitute loss lead. So that's it for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mirza Saki bin Muhammad Dawang, and I'm going to explain about price elasticity of supply. The price elasticity of supply is the measure of the responsiveness in quantity supply to a change in price for a specific goods. The price elasticity of supply is defined as the ratio of the percentage change in quantity supply of goods to percentage change in the price of the goods. Actually, we calculate the price elasticity of supply is to know whether if we change the quantity supply, is it will affect the price for the goods. The next one is formula of price elasticity of supply is percentage change in quantity supply divided by percentage change in price of the goods. Degree of elasticity. When calculating the price elasticity of supply, economists determine whether the quantity supply of the goods is elastic or inelastic. After we get the result, we analyze using the following range of values. First, we have the supply is elastic. Next, supply is inelastic. Supply is unitary elastic. And supply is perfectly inelastic. And the last one is supply is perfectly elastic. For the elastic supply, percentage change in quantity supply of the goods is greater than the percentage change in the price. The value of price elasticity of supply is less than 1, but more than infinity. Next one is supply is said to be inelastic when the percentage change in quantity supply of the goods is smaller than the percentage change in the price of the goods. The value of the price elasticity of supply is less than 1 but more than 0. As I show here, unitary elastic, when the percentage change in quantity supply of the goods is equal to the percentage change in the price of the goods, and the value of price elasticity of supply is 1, and that is the graph. Supply is said to be perfectly inelastic when a change in the price of the goods will not affect the quantity supplied. The value of price elasticity of supply is 0. And for the perfectly elastic supply, the percentage change in the price of the good is 0 compared to the percentage change in the quantity supply. The value of price elasticity of supply is infinity. There are various factors affecting the price elasticity of supply, the first factor is production cost. The next one is availability and mobility of factors of production. The third one is time period. And the fourth one is number of firms in an industry. And the last one is production time. Importance of price elasticity of supply. Supply elasticity is important because it tells you how quickly a manufacturer can respond to a price increase. And the importance of price elasticity of supply is housing supply, commodity price, and the last one is government intervention in the market. And that's all from me. I hope you all understand what I taught you and have a nice day. Thank you so much.